The puppy party is on.
He's gonna bite you.
Oh yeah, good day. Can you pet her and say good girl? What I thought would be fun to do now is kind of give a little update because Jensen had his birthday. He had his well child checkup. Hello MTM fam, welcome to the vlog today. Today is a fun day because the sun is shining, and that means I'm gonna show you the sun, the beautiful blue sky, because it has been raining here, as you guys know, for like the past 3 days. And the sunshine means that the puppy party is on. We rescheduled it for today. The weather's looking good, so it's perfect. I'm gonna go to the party store and get some balloons and get a couple things set up, and then it will be puppy party time. I'm super excited. I hope Jensen likes it. I think he will. He loves the dogs, but I hope people come. You know, you never know when you invite people to things like this if they're gonna show up. But I do know one thing. We're gonna have 2 dogs there, no matter what. This stinky little one on the floor and Samson. So at least there'll be 2 dogs, and they've got a lot of dog treats to eat if it's just the 2 of them.
Hey friends, I am home from work, and Bree just went to get some balloons and I don't know what else for this little dog party that we're apparently about to have because it's finally a beautiful day. Guys, it snowed in our mountains. It's the end of June, beginning of July, and it snowed. I've literally never seen that here before. Anyway, she has entrusted me to actually make cookies tonight, and she made sure that I could do it. She explained like 2 or 3 times how to do it. She's like, okay, you take a box of spice cake, a can of pumpkin stuff, I don't know, it's you'll see, and half a bag of chocolate chips. First, you take the spice cake, mix it with the pumpkin first, mix it, and then a half a bag of chocolate. She like explained that to me 2 or 3 times. I'm like, okay, so you're telling me I do step 1, step 2, and step 3. Can you repeat that for me one more time? Step 1, super moist spice cake mix. Step 2, pumpkin stuff. Bree doesn't have to know that I'm making a mess over here. I'll clean it up before she gets home, maybe. Or I could say the kids did it, then I don't have to clean it up, and then she can just clean it up when she gets home, but that's not a very good husband, so. Step 3, mix it up. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down. Step 4. Add half of a bag of chocolate chips. Easy peasy, pumpkin pie squeezy. Okay, now that we have our first sheet of cookies in the oven, I need to get this little fella and rinse it out for beverages. Mom's back with cookies. Oh, I want all the snickerdoodles. That's my favorite right there. You can have all the pumpkin cookies. I get all the snickerdoodles.
These snickerdoodles are primo.
Primo, made with extra love. And it looks like we have our first puppy has arrived. Not Samson. Little lady over there. Oh, and the balloon. Look at these balloons. They're so cool. Jay, did you see your dog balloon? He's gonna bite you. Here's our first puppy. Little lady. Her name's Lady. And Samson is anxious to make friends.
Okay, all the people are here, the puppies are here. Should we line everybody up for the parade?
Murphy's nervous. Murphy, come here. He ran inside.
Jensen's nervous too.
Is he?
All these dogs. Oh yeah, good day.
Thank you, Jay.
Oh, Samson. Okay. Samson, all the dogs are hogging all the bones. Okay, give it to Mabel. Oh, good Mabel.
Thank you.
Oh, good job. Give it to Ozzy.
Here, sit.
Give it to Ozzy. It's a doodle party. Every dog so far has been a doodle. Oh, Lady, give that to Lady.
Somebody's leftovers.
Say good girl, Lady. Oh, good girl. Can you pet her? Can you pet her and say good girl? Jensen, look. Can you give it to Roxy? Oh, good girl. Can you pet her and say good girl, Roxy? The puppy party is officially over and everyone's gone home. It was super fun. We just hung out in the backyard and Jensen seemed really excited. At first, he was nervous. I think there was a lot of chaos and the dogs were all kind of running around, so he was a little bit nervous. But when it actually came down to it, I think he had a really good time and it was just a beautiful night to hang out with people. What I thought would be fun to do now is kind of give a little update. Because Jensen had his birthday, he had his well child checkup at the doctor's office, and I wanted to show you his cute little card. So it has his name and his birth, like the date and all of his information. So he weighed 23 pounds, which is in the 4th percentile. He was 34 inches tall, which is in the 46th percentile. And his head is 51 centimeters, which is in the 98th percentile. Every time I see measurements, like his percentages, it makes me laugh so hard because he's like this tiny little peanut, but then he has this giant head. He's so cute. I don't ever look at him and think his head looks big, so it's obviously proportioned well, but like it's so funny. The only thing about this that was like frustrating is his weight was lower than I expected it to be, which is kind of a bummer. As you guys know, he still has a feeding tube, and I would have really liked to see his numbers like above the 10th percentile so that I could start to feel comfortable that maybe we could stop using the tube, or that he didn't need it so much. But when I see the numbers being in the 4th percentile, it still makes me feel like he definitely still needs it. I mean, it doesn't change anything. It's basically us still doing exactly what we've been doing for the last year and a half. But it's more just the reality, like he still needs it. He's still not quite where he should be. Even like with his height being in the 46th percentile, all of our kids have always been tall. And so for him to be on the shorter end, I also feel like is probably, because he isn't growing as quickly as the other kids did. So, and I don't know if that means that he'll catch up eventually, or if this is kind of just like gonna be his trend always. I don't know. It's just interesting. I can't think about those things too much because I know however he ends up being, whether he's, whatever his height ends up being, will be what's right for him. But you just always, throughout all of this, I've just been like, I just want him to turn out to be the person that he would have been no matter what, I want him to be a strong, healthy guy when he grows up. And so if that means I have to keep using the feeding tube right now so that he can reach his potential as an adult, then I'm good with that. We show you guys mostly what he's doing all the time. He got a new tooth. He is saying new words all the time. Not even just words, but he's saying new phrases. Today is actually the 2-year anniversary of his surgery. So that's the day that they did his esophagus repair. And I was talking with Derek about that a little bit today and just, remembering some of those feelings. And his surgery day was a really tough day for us. We were excited to get the surgery done because we felt like we'd been waiting on it, and not waiting, obviously we'd only been waiting 2 days, but we just felt like, okay, as soon as he gets the surgery, then we can work towards healing and getting better, But then like when it came down to it and they were, having us sign forms talking about, the complications and stuff like that could happen, that was really hard. But then the surgery went fantastic, thank goodness. The surgeon was talking to us after, kind of telling us about this clip in his throat. And I'll link the video from his surgery day, but that was really hard because they had done the surgery in a new way that was really great and gonna like decrease his healing time, his recovery time pretty drastically. But it meant that while he was healing, he was kind of in a more vulnerable state. And that was pretty scary because we just knew like if anything happened in like the 5 days after surgery, we could lose him. And so, we were really on edge for those 5 days. I don't feel like we hardly ever left him. We'd go sleep for maybe a couple hours at a time. It was definitely a process and a road to recovery. And it wasn't like, oh, he got his surgery and everything was good. It was like we were so excited to get the surgery, and then when the surgery was over, we were totally scared again. And it was just that roller coaster of constant emotions and ups and downs. And honestly, it's been like that a lot for the past 2 years. Overall, he's doing so amazing. His motor skills are fantastic. He's just so happy, and he's so social, and he's just such a joy. It was so cute tonight when I was tucking him in bed. I was kind of cuddling with him in our bed first, and he laid down into the covers and scooted the covers up on himself and held his little puppy dog and then closed his eyes. And it's just fun to watch him be a little person and watch his personality really shine. So that's kind of a little 2-year update for Jensen. If you guys have any questions about his health or about anything else that's going on, if there's comments on this video, comment down below and we will try to get them answered for you. So thanks for hanging out with us today. Hopefully I didn't bore you in this long talking, but everyone's always asking for updates, so I felt like it was a chance to give you guys a little info. So thanks for hanging out with us. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Bye.